Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the 31, Brady. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Evans has got the 1st down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Brady now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On third down, Fournette. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? After the penalty, it's Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. From the gun, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Reagor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there on the catch and run.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to 4. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. The 20.
Come on now. Come on.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Fournette running out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. after the sack on first down. Wilson. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So after the INT, it's Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A handoff to Fournette. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. On play action, it's Brady. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Throwing on first down is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
and probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st down, Brady. On the right side, this is Miller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brady's throw taken in by Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Brady to throw. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And this one will be touched down right at the 30-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Looking to throw. Brady. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
third down, Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a play fake. Brady. And break. The tight end's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bucs on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Wait, that 53. 25 to 72.
On play action, now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. All day, baby.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Who that? 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go on. No, take these back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Succop for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Let's go, defense.
Brady now on first down. Going deep this time for Miller. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far. But a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different